So I just pressed record for some meetings. We have beautiful beings here with us today, and also people in the future will be able to access this. And because we are talking about human archetypes, it is just as valuable in the future as it is today. So here we are, September already, 2020. The months are melting into each other because we're in the middle of a pandemic. So the pandemic is redefining the freedoms, the movement, creating lots of arguments for social discourse, but it doesn't have to redefine me or you. It's, of course, we're expanding. We're beginning to think, what is important? What does have meaning to me? And a lot of it has to do with other people. And part of having a virus is to put us in boxes separate. So smarty pants humans, we're on Zoom all the time. And we don't have to use gas. We can be in our pajamas. We can be ourselves. We can share the whole world on Zoom. But it's a little bit harder for those greater ritual ceremonies of life where the other souls are standing right next to you. My sister, she's older than me. I don't want to say elderly because she's not that much older, but she's in the risk category. And after 6 months, she sent a picture that she and her friend were having lunch in an outdoor restaurant. Something we took for granted. And she said, this is a huge step for normalcy. After 6, let's let that sink in. After 6 months, she is celebrating that she can sit with her good friend outdoors 6 feet from everybody with breeze coming through and have a meal. Did we ever imagine that we would be in this situation? And that has meaning to her. And she did it, and she feels like it's one step closer to her managing her life for the things that she enjoys. So we are being challenged right now to make appropriate choices that keep ourselves and other people safe, given the information shifting every day and not really trusting the leadership. And even with that, we still must find ways to honor our body with what it needs: food, recreation, occasional change in environment, and fresh foods, not be afraid to go out and really protect yourself, get what you need, or hire someone to deliver it to you. And our emotional needs, again, through Zoom or picking up the phone and different things, because we could easily numb out, be angry for all the things that are taken away. We have to look at the little tunnels of light and say, how can I get my needs met? My book club is online now. It's easy. You don't have to, again, get in your car. You just go, you discuss with people, you're done. So we must creatively seek ways to create not a new normal, but a new different that meets our own needs, so we are not creating a dissonance, again, by our anger, our disappointment, because that is just going to put you into a spiral where normal things in life we would have done before, it's just a sense of helplessness. Oh, I can't have workers in the house. I can't go there to get this fixed. You just start making more clever choices until you regain your sense of sovereignty. I am in charge. There's always a million choices out there. And just because the design and patterning has changed out there doesn't mean that we have to react in ways that make us miserable. So today's meditation, we're going to drop in and we're going to, not just from our own mind, and we're going to ask for ways to be resourceful, happy, and in service, and to fulfill our mission. And the answer of every question that I found is what to do is go back into the stillness and receive the next best direction for your life. And it'll take into consideration everything, how much money you have, where you are in your spiritual journey, the pandemic rules. I mean, spirit, our higher self, through the Creator's magnificent intelligence, is like a gyroscope. And when you are guided from your heartfelt intuition, it's infallible. Has spirit ever failed you? Not really. Even if it was something that shocked you, what? You want me to do what? They're saying you are capable of this. And actually, just imagine unwinding that spool of tight beliefs and I can't do it, or why should I do it? And when spirit drops in those little words, and sometimes it's not during meditation, the words come like when I'm brushing my teeth. I get the first line to my book and I go, wow, that is it. So I put down the toothbrush and I go and I follow spirit's prompts. You know why? Otherwise, it just blows away. And later you'll say, what was that? Have a journal there. Have a journal if it's something you want to remember. I don't know how many times I went to go to do a sound event and I'll get a picture. Take the little hong. And I'm like, oh, it's in the other house and I have to put it in the bag. It's probably dusty. Okay, so I'm at that event and suddenly I get a picture, play the hong. And I've disappointed the bigger, perfect, best delivery because I have ignored a spiritual picture of what is the easiest, best way. Or, hey, you might want to take your this credit card with you. And you get to that store and they don't take the one you have and they want the one you didn't bring. But you actually had the idea. Spirit is talking to us all the time. So here in the pandemic, the only reason you wouldn't hear spirit is because you're in a pity party. Oh, geez, I can't see my friend. I can't go out to lunch with them. I can't do this or that. Well, you could sit out on your patio 10 feet away with or without masks and visit. Start thinking of the things you can't do and don't focus, can do and don't focus on the things that you can't do. Because in the future, we're going to be doing everything and you would have wasted learning a lot of new creative ways, being more resourceful and really appreciating yourself more and sitting more and more on your ability to be a leader in tough times to still stay balanced and happy. Okay, take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. We ask and intend to set a sacred space. We place a beautiful hold-on of balance over our entire body. Only energies of the highest light may be in this space now. Feel the inner movement as other people's agendas, thoughts, and ideas and little plug-ins are being removed from your energy field now. Beautiful. Nice deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. We clear our minds. It's like clearing the deck. And we go to no thoughts. We just imagine that we are sitting there in our control booth, control chair, our throne, and we're looking around the kingdom. We're saying, it's changing. I can't do the things I used to do. And then it changes again. And then it changes again. And then somebody dies, or then you inherit money. So the only thing that is really absolutely true is change is always on the horizon. So our best point of reference is to be happy in this moment and appreciate all that you have, and then use that wonderful mind to figure out how to manage, maneuver, and recreate your present experience to bring you even more happiness. That is like the spiral of life. Nothing stays in one little perfect tight thing. Well, some people do, but they sit there and they turn gray and their heart barely beats and they can barely breathe. But life has a tendency to get tight, and for us to feel the inner change and movement. And then one thing happens, it's like a linchpin. Now I can breathe. And it is amazing how we don't invite that in, but usually it just kind of pops in, that little thing, that linchpin that just comes out, relieves all the pressure in that balloon. And then you go back to your safe, sane little activities. So that is the nature, the physics of the universe. Expansion, contraction, expansion, till guess what? Finally, obliteration, release from the whole creation. So here you are in the body from age 0 to, I don't know, 80, whatever. And you're just constantly in this contraction and expansion. And so it's probably not normal to be in expansion all the time in this dimension in life now. But guess what? It is where we are moving. Where we are moving as a social system, humanity on Earth, is to feel the feeling world, to feel expanded and safe and balanced at all times, no matter what is happening around us. And I'll tell you why. This is going to help recreate it. We begin with ourselves. That's why we do this meditation. And as we go through the world, through law of attraction, if I've done my work and I'm going up and I'm bringing down and I'm accessing and embodying a high vibration, I am radiating out a full, harmonic, wholesome, attraction field, right? So I am attracting in more beings and becomes a conglomerate of actuating, oops, little music here, it's on my phone, potential spam. Okay. Oh no, that was interesting. Okay. Cancel something, tap it. So we are stair-stepping and moving towards this balanced whole high vibration state all the time. And guess what? Everything is changing around us. And actually, this is how it works. The more we expand and the higher we go and the more we hold that speeds up the acceleration of things fear-based to shake up, because that's physics. Low vibrations always gravitate towards a high vibrational field. So the work that we're doing here, we're walking around as these high vibration, bright bubbles that people are saying, the truth is in my face now, and I'm going to fight it. I'm going to label you. You're bad. You're stupid. Blah, 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 blah. So this is the big formation of two bubbles, and it's like almost like a fight for the soul. They're getting very, very crafty. The fear-based bubble of how to get people's, to come over based on one little issue, one tiny issue. And people are doing it. That's the nature of people. That were their one heartfelt issue. So we are making an intention that we are sitting in an abyss of melting realities, co-created realities, and we are choosing to be creative so that we are resourcing ourselves and we are happy. And we don't even know how that's going to play out. Why? Because we are simply going to go through the Be the Light meditation and ask for a vibrational field to come into us that gives us eyes to see and ears to hear new, fun, great ways to even increase our vibrational field to a greater degree. And I want to say it's not all about pleasure and having the perfect food, it is about feeling balanced, safe. It's about feeling good, having vitality, creating relationships of reciprocity where you are seen and feel loved because you love yourself. Remember that law of attraction. So again, it's not like the pleasure palace. No, that's like a spiritual bypass. It's being honest with yourself and addressing any negative thoughts that represent a whole rooted system in you, something that is rooted in you a long time ago. If I can't, I shouldn't, I'm bad, I'm not good enough, blah, 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 blah. So when those thoughts come, that's our opportunity to go in and use these skills just to pull that old weed out of our garden. Okay, so let's take a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth and go through this process. We ask and intend to open our crown chakra. Our intention is to receive vibrational information that comes through that, number one, clears us so we can see what there is to see, new opportunities. We ask for divine Windex to come in and to clear that beautiful prism that takes us into worlds of information, thought, activities, and events that truly meet our highest self and path. So we ask that we clear ourselves of resistance, inhibitions, untruthful thinking, outdated beliefs. We ask that the Creator bring that essence down now, like a great chalk eraser, and that we are erasing old limiting stories related to us, creating and drawing in the highest balance and sense of well-being, which is joy. Remember, again, it's not momentary pleasure, it's true joy. So as I say true joy, it is a peaceful feeling. So feel in your heart that as you are beginning to see and open your eyes, that your heart is opening to this sense of deservingness and possibility of true joy all the time, no matter what. Take a deep breath and just let that thought and vibration implant, like putting a marker down. I deserve, I can create a platform of peace and true joy all the time. Because life is ever changing, and sometimes it even changes like a severe zigzag. And I can still hold my balanced wholeness state. So just breathe into this. Now we're going to ask for a new vibration, kind of like an extra shot of light and essence to come down and to come down into our brain. And this vibration is to see beyond the usual, beyond the horizon, to see with our divine eyes new potentials for ourselves, for enjoying, creating, collaborating, and being in that space with other people or alone, enjoying nature, doing artwork, working on a project, to whatever degree your internal compass tells you is possible even during a pandemic. So that you feel there is value to your life being here, being engaged in this way. Notice how the heart just has a lot of little doors right now that are opening and shifting. Oh, whoa, never thought that was possible. I've never felt that way. It is possible. And we're asking for the divine vibration to come in and to assist your heart in this moment to have this intrinsic knowledge, direction, and receivership for all of this and more. Take a deep breath and just implant that into the field of possibilities in your heart. And again, we don't need to have specific pictures or answers. We're just letting that radiate into every cell, letting that go now into our bloodstream, into every cell. This is an effervescence, a shot of hope, an inspiration for greater, better, and more balance, well-being, vitality, and a sense of groundedness and safety in this physical body, in this life, amidst great change. Nice deep breath. Oh, so just let that kind of be the real new operating system in your body. And in a moment, we're going to sign off. So just imagine that you are putting a beautiful golden resilient egg around your body. And this lets everything else bounce off. It's like a bouncy, resilient bubble shield from the rest of the world. Let this energy again kind of get in and integrate and stabilize. Take a nice deep breath. There you go. So today's meditation, Be the Light, was more practical oriented because I do feel we need more tools to really move through all of this in a not just satisfying way that I did well, but actually to up level our beingness and our dedication to our spiritual path with these practical tools. So I'm Jan Jorgensen at Sound and Light, healingarts.com, and every Wednesday morning at 9, we do this free meditation on Zoom, and I hope to see you in person, or we'll connect later on the recorded video page at Sound and Light, healingarts.com. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.